everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly and welcome to Thoughts on Thursday. This Thursday I do want to talk about tanner, self-tanner. These are just my thoughts. I'm not an expert or anything like that, but I've had some friends ask me because I've been tanning, so I thought it'd be a great video. And I'm also going to add in a review on the Tanologist tanner. I have the mousse and the water. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead, stick around because we're going to get right to the video. Okay, I do want to say it again. I'm not a tanning expert. These are just things that I found across Google or even on social media, that just tips and tricks, little things that have really helped me tan better this year. There are a couple that are relatively new to myself. The first thing I want to say is everybody's skin is different. I am 36. I have very dry skin. I live in Michigan. So, I mean, right now we're pretty humid. It's high 80s. It's been high 80s this past week or two. So it's been pretty... That's a great way to describe the weather. I know you guys down in like Florida, you're like, you don't know anything. Yes, I do. I lived in North Carolina and that's just cruel. That kind of heat is mean. But anyways, I have aging skin. I have dry skin. I burn. And then I peel and then I just... I don't tan. After having kids, there's no glow happening. So I've relied on tanners, and I did for a long time just use tanning lotion, like the Gradual Jergens specifically, which I still do like. There's nothing against that, but I wanted to try this new tanning water that came about, and I got really good really quick. So the first thing I want to say is exfoliating. This is something that I'd never used to do. I mean, I've always used like a loofah or like a exfoliating wash rag. I think it's by Earth Therapeutics, the one I like. I've always liked exfoliating my body, again, with a dry skin. I'm always flaky, so that's not what I'm talking about. But if that's what you have, that's fantastic. I found a trick on the internet, and it said to get the exfoliating gloves. These work so much better than just a loofah. And these are, just so in case you were wondering, these are 100% nylon, and these are by Earth Therapeutics. I really like that brand, you guys. I buy a lot of their stuff. And I use a bar soap. It does make a difference, okay? I was like, nah, this lady's crazy, but no, she was dead on. So she had the trick to exfoliate with the gloves and use bar soap. So I have a bar soap for like cleaning my makeup brushes. I use that with these. And you're supposed to exfoliate 24 hours before you plan on tanning. The day before, which I know if you already are tanning and then, you know, you exfoliate, you're going to exfoliate it off, which is good because it gives you a clean canvas and you don't get the blotchiness. It's not, oh, this spot's darker than this spot. And it's good to exfoliate, be very, very pale for a couple hours. But I will say 24 hours for a good, like, exfoliation. And you also want to make sure that you're shaving all the bits that you want. That you're, like, if you're going to tan your legs, shave your legs 24 hours before. That's very important. You want to make sure there is at least 24 hours between when you shave your legs and when you put tanner on, because, I mean, you are essentially opening up the hair follicle and you don't want chemicals, which, let's face it, self-tanner is chemicals. You don't want that into your pores. As a mom, you don't always have time to, you know, do all this prep. So if I don't have time for a full body exfoliation with the gloves and really get it all good and like a blank, I will just go in with my exfoliating whatever's in the shower, my loofah, my wash rag at the moment, and I will do a decent job. Not very harsh. You don't want to do that and then go tan. But I will exfoliate lightly, like you would on an everyday basis. And I will exfoliate my body, and then I will let my body cool after a shower. You want your pores to close up. If you don't have time to wait around, you know, an hour or two, kind of hang out you know, in your bathrobe or whatnot. You could always use like, it's kind of mean, but you could do like frozen vegetables, kind of help close your pores, especially on your legs, because otherwise you get the little black dots. That's the tanner tanning your hair follicles, so you know, or the inside of your pores. You don't want to do that. So you can shower in the morning and then like lunchtime put some tanner on and then go about your day if that kind of fits your schedule. But I wouldn't do a very harsh exfoliation and then a couple hours do that, because I have sensitive skin that might burn you. I just don't think that would be a very good idea, but it is best, you know, exfoliate in the morning today, just be pale today, and then tomorrow morning after your shower, you know, a regular shower, then tan and go about your day. To me, it's almost easier because then I could just, you know, half and half it. So that is the best thing that I can say to do, is exfoliate and shave your legs or your armpits the 24 hours before you put the tanner on. Also, make sure that you are moisturizing. You can put moisturizer on after you exfoliate your body. You want to put some moisture on there and kind of protect your body. Whichever lotion you have. I am going to talk about the one I have and I love is the Jergens Skin Firming. This is oil infused. I have very sensitive skin. This is something that works well for me in case you kind of have sensitive skin as well and you're worried about all the exfoliation. This one really, really does really, really well. If you're somebody too that you already know from tanning your elbows get dark or your knees get dark, you could always add extra just before you go into tan. You could always put your lotion right over top those areas, your feet, your ankles, heels kind of area where, you know, it typically collects. Absolutely put some moisturizer on there, even if it's, I've even seen some people use like a body oil, you know, on their hands, you know, and actually they're not that bad today. I just tanned again last night and I forgot to wash my hands right away. So they are a little bit tanned, but they're not too bad. But anyways, that is something else we'll talk about in a second. The next tip I have for tanning is find an old makeup brush, or, you know, this was old. I mean, you can buy one if you, I mean, that's fits your budget, but find a makeup brush. I had to have this brush and I never used it. I didn't like it for the powder. I'm not a powder kind of person, so, and it's very big, so I didn't like it for anything, but this is a really great tip for doing your hands. You almost kind of make a claw and circular motions. That way you get in between your fingers here, you get your knuckles, you don't get orange knuckles either. And you just kind of do that. I also do this for my face. Make sure that you're tanning your ears, and just, I do use the spray on my face, and then I just kind of buff it in with this. I also use this on my feet, in between my toes, and same thing. I just kind of bend my toes and make sure I get in all the little bits and everything, and really haven't had a problem tanning my hands, face, or feet since I've been using this. And the other thing I want to talk about is the longevity of your tan. How long does it last? How to prevent fading or whatnots. You think about it with hair dye. A lot of us do get our hair dyed. I actually don't dye my hair anymore, but whatever. Your hairdresser probably has told you, you know, the hotter the water, the faster your color will rinse out. So I try to, when I'm heavily tanning, I will do like lukewarm water, or if I can stand a cooler shower. Right now I can absolutely stand a cooler shower because it's just outside. So, you know, there's the cooler shower, and then that hot water isn't going to exfoliate, because hot water will exfoliate your skin. I don't go in and scrub my body really good. I don't do the winter, I call it the winter scrub. You know, I'm not trying to get all of the dead skin off because I have dry skin, but it's not super dry right now. So, you know, I just gently go in there and I wash my body with a gentle cleanser, with, you know, lukewarm to kind of a cooler shower. So think of those things. And then the other thing is, you know, when you're drying off, don't take the towel and scrub your body, because you're scrubbing, you could potentially scrub it off depending on your skin and your skin type and the towel and softness. I mean, if you've got a rough towel, I've used rough towels in the past where I was like way past like replenishing them, and I remember thinking the last time I got new towels, I was like, oh, those towels were way too old. They were like sandpaper. So that is still exfoliating your skin. And make sure that you are moisturizing your skin. You keep it moisturized. You don't scrub your body. That tan will last so much longer on you. And I will say, if you're using a mousse or the tanning water, I will say using a tanning Gradual lotion will help you in between tanning. I had this and I was loving it, but I was going through it so fast to get to the tan I wanted, and then the Tanologist came out and I was intrigued, and so then I kind of switched up. But I already still had this, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try using this in between. And I kid you not, I went from having to tan every week with the Tanologist, like full body, full tan, to 1.5 weeks. I can 2 weeks even. And this is the Target brand of the Jergens Gradual tanning lotion. It's like half the price, you guys. It's just as good if you, I mean, it's another reason to shop at Target. This is so bad. But this is really, really great on its own. But I have been using this once or twice a week, like I said, instead of using the firming lotion by Jergens. I will do this instead. And it's just, I feel like it gives my tan a boost without having to like full on do it, because I'm already putting lotion on. So I'll put some tanning lotion on. This stuff is really great. I don't find that it transfers or anything either. So that's really, really good. And I will say too, one last thing, if you are somebody like me that has a hard time remembering to wash her hands, it is really good to have some gloves on hand. And again, I have gloves on. I have gloves under my sink, but yet I used my hand to tan the other day. But these are a nitrile glove. I got these at Walmart, I think for $10, $10-ish. But there's no latex, they're the powder free. So they don't hurt your skin as you're rubbing them, I guess. But I went, I think it was like 12 or 13 days in between tans. I was so close to a full 2 weeks, but I digress. Anyways, let's talk about the tanner that I am super excited about. It's a tanner that I have already gone through an entire bottle and making a dent in other ones. I did start trying the Tanologist Express Tan Self Tan Water. I have mine in the shade Light. On a regular, I will wear the Infallible Fresh Wear in the shade of 420. With the tan, I can go up to 455. This is almost sometimes too light when I go a little heavy on the tanner. But this, just to give you the comparison jump, it is quite a jump. Personally, and I think it's a very beautiful glow on me. This is me really tan. But this tanning water, it has a pump right here, you know, just like a regular spray, and we all use setting spray, so I am used to setting my face, and so I don't mind spraying this just directly on my face. It doesn't have a smell, it doesn't clog my pores. It's really fantastic, you guys. I do typically just use my hands with the water. It doesn't tan as fast as the mousse. The mousse, I will use the gloves. But if I'm just using the tanning water, I will just use my hands and then remember to wash after. And then you don't get super orange palms. They're not super orange today. I did remember, was it like 20 minutes after I put it on? I was like, oh, I didn't wash my hands. So I went and washed my hands. And so they're not orange. But they will turn orange if you don't wash them at all. My husband always does my back for me, and his hands are never orange, so he doesn't use it. It's got the spray on it's really, really decent. It claims that it doesn't have a smell. It's seriously, honest to God, you guys, it does not have a smell. It doesn't have a smell. And I will say this bottle right here, I believe lasted me about 5-6 weeks. I mean, I got a lot of tanner out of here. It's $15 or $16, $17. I mean, it's a cost. I will say that, but I like it. It because it is a water, it absorbs into my skin. It doesn't leave any film, and it says that you're supposed to shower to rinse it off 1 to 4 hours after, and I will be very honest, I will put this on and I don't have time to remember to shower. I'll go about my day and I'll shower the next day. I sleep in it. I usually shower once a day. I don't have time for the double cleanse. You know, like I said, I will do the exfoliation one day and I don't have time, so I just go on the next day and I do tan the next day, kind of split it up. And I don't have time to then take it off. I sleep in it. I go about my day, I mom gig in it. It does fine. It's like if you use a raspberry body wash, we'll say, and you put this stuff on and 2 hours later you smell your arm or whatever, you're still going to smell your raspberry. You're not going to smell that tanner. You're not going to go through the aisles at Target and somebody go, ooh, she is staining, because you can smell it. You don't smell it. Honest to God, you don't smell it. I will say that because I have tried the mousse a couple times, and I've obviously been through a bottle of this, between the water and the mousse does tan faster, but I will use the gloves because I have tanned with mousse before and it's just kind of scary. But this also doesn't have any smell, like at all. If anything, you're gonna smell the rubber glove smell, which is kind of annoying. So all day you kind of smell like a rubber glove. But anyways, same thing. I will actually just put the mousse right on the brush and then put it on my face or my hands or my feet. I right on the brush and it doesn't soak in. So it does just fine on the brush itself. I will say, and this might be just me, but let me know if you use this or if you use tanner, if you're the same. When I put tanner on, my legs like soak it in like right away. They're dry within 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe, and my chest and like my neck and my shoulders, they're like not bad sticky, not so much that I won't wear clothes sticky, not like a lotion that doesn't soak in and kind of sticky, but there's a stick to it kind of thing. Both of them do it just like I said, on my chest and my shoulders. It's like for like a half an hour. It's like, really? But I don't know if I oversaturate the area or whatever, but I will tell you too, I know I've researched why it's sticky, and some of them are stickier than others because basically the chemical compound or whatever in here, the way it sticks to your skin is sugar. So I mean, there is sugar in here, so I know that's why it's sticky, but it's just weird that it's only sticky on part of my body. But that's about the only thing I have bad to say about it. I like the line. Do you guys use the line? I haven't tried the serum drops. I just don't have a reason because these two are perfectly fine for me. Do you use Tanologist? I'm really obsessed. I think I have like 3 bottles in my closet because somebody said the Target ran out and they weren't restocking. They weren't sure when. And I went, oh, let me go drive an hour plus away so I can stock up, which I did. Let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys found this video very helpful. If you have any other tips or tricks, please add them down in the comment section. I'm not an expert, but let's start a conversation. I love having little chats about beauty in general. Chats in general, really. Chats about anything. Anyways, enjoy your day. I believe this is going up on Thursday, so happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. I will see you in the next video. Bye!